There are moments in life when we suddenly find ourselves grown up. As a wise person once wrote, you might dislike your father's ordinary ways, but you don't realize he was once a young man full of dreams. You might criticize your mother's simple life, forgetting that she was once a girl with aspirations for the future. There are things you can't see. Your parents have accepted hardship to earn money and give you a better life. In reality, you stand on your parents' shoulders to see the prosperity they never experienced. The greatest sadness in life is using the money your parents worked hard to earn, learning knowledge they don't understand, seeing the world they never saw, experiencing a life they never lived, and then turning around to criticize them for being clumsy and ordinary. When you were young, your parents protected you. Now that you're grown, it's your turn to protect them. People who truly despise you won't criticize you. They'll silently watch you go astray, drifting further and further away. Depending on anyone is like committing suicide. You must understand that no grass grows under a large tree. The shade can shield you from wind and rain, but it also prevents you from seeing the sunlight. If you can't change others, change yourself. If you can't manage others, manage yourself well. When your soul turns cold and you start living alone, your eyes will become more determined, sitting firmly in your seat and thinking only about how to improve yourself. That's when you know you've been reborn with a new look, radiant as gold. I don't know if you've ever heard this saying. An egg broken from the outside is just food, but broken from the inside, it's life. Indeed, eggs are like that, and life is no different. When life blossoms from within, that's when we embrace rebirth. As Wang Yangming once said, if you seek from the outside, every 15 days is like one day, but if you seek from within, every day is new. The meaning of life isn't about searching from the outside, but building from the inside. True growth never comes from the advice or guidance of others. You yourself are the guide. When you can't find the answer, remember these 4 words. Don't look outside. Mice steal people's rice, and people call them cunning. But when people steal honey from bees, they call the bees diligent. What benefits us, we call good. What doesn't benefit us, we call bad. Many things in this world are seen from each person's perspective. Everyone feels they are right. Like flies don't feel they're dirty, and wasps don't know they're poisonous. There's a very realistic saying, painful but true. You're only valuable when others need you. Once others don't need you anymore, no matter who you were before, you're currently worthless to them. After struggling in society for a few years, you'll understand that the essence of relationships is the exchange of value. When you're not valuable enough, any affection will leave you. People teach people, but if they can't, events teach people once and for all. When you first meet someone, if they ask you how you make a living, they're actually assessing how much respect to give you. When you feel they care about you a little and want to share everything, remember to remain silent immediately. Don't reveal all your secrets because of a moment of empathy. Talking too much in a shallow relationship is taboo. You need to restrain your desire to argue back and learn to praise others. If you want to maintain a good relationship, never share your joy and success. People who bring questions to ask you aren't because they need answers, but because they want to find your weaknesses. For new acquaintances, don't be too enthusiastic. The more enthusiastic you are, the less they'll value you. Much concern is actually just to probe how miserable you are. Everyone knows your worth. They just hope you don't know it. Don't make decisions based on the advice of people who don't face the consequences. Sometimes good things fall apart so that better things can fall together. Don't confuse those who are always around you with those who are always there for you. You can't reach what's in front of you if you don't let go of what's behind you. The road is your own. Only you can walk it. Don't try to save someone who doesn't actively want to save themselves. They only want to drag others down with them and often don't really want to be saved. Whatever you do from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. is to pay bills, but what you do from 5 p.m. to midnight builds your legacy. Be careful with the stories you're telling yourself about your current circumstances. A head full of negative thoughts won't have room for positive ones. People who say you can't and won't do it are often the ones who are afraid you will succeed. People ask you what you do for a living so they can assess how much respect to give you. Your life now is the result of the choices you've made in the past year. and your life in the next year will be the result of the new choices you start making. Choosing comfort over inconvenience doesn't lead to a comfortable life. Stay close to people who desire better for you, not from you. Sometimes the hardest things in life are the things we need to hear the most. Experience is the toughest teacher. It gives you the test first and the lesson afterward. There will be times in your life when you have to choose to turn the page, write another book, or simply close it. Addressing a problem without addressing its root cause is like taking one step forward and one step back. How you treat your body before 45 will determine how your body treats you afterward. The wrong people always teach you the right life lessons. People always say time changes things, but actually you have to change them yourself. Once you realize the power of your presence, you won't be anywhere anymore. You'll never hear someone doing better than you talking bad about you. If you don't separate yourself from distractions, those distractions will separate you from your goals and the life you desire. If you can find a path with no obstacles, it probably leads nowhere. One of the quickest ways to improve your life is to simply do what you said you were going to do. There's nothing more painful than not learning from experience. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Making mistakes and still failing isn't a weakness, it's life. No matter how many times you've heard it, there's always more to the story. You'll make a lot of people angry when you do what's right for yourself. You can't cross the ocean if you don't leave the shore. You'll never remember the days and nights you stayed home and did nothing. Someone's opinion of you isn't your reality. It's better to have people think you're stupid than to open your mouth and confirm it. Expectations being rejected hurt more than hopes being rejected, while hopes being met make us happier than expectations being met. You teach people how to treat you, whether consciously or not. There are more things capable of scaring us than crushing us. We often suffer more in imagination than in reality. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Your dreams must always be bigger than your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. The goal in life isn't to become perfect, but to become better than you used to be. You're always one decision away from a completely different life. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. Adversity isn't a detour, it's part of the path. If you fuel your journey with other people's opinions, you'll run out of gas. Make your way by walking it. It only exists when walked. Respect others, even if they don't deserve it. Respect is a reflection of your character, not theirs. If you want to nurture a problem, keep thinking about it. If you want to solve a problem, take action. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Sometimes you need to be hurt to snap awake and focus on yourself. Most of what feels urgent is important to someone else, not to you. As long as you're going to be thinking anyway, think big. Only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Adversity has the effect of eliciting talents which, in prosperous circumstances, would have lain dormant. A decision is a sharp knife that cuts quickly and cleanly. Hesitation is a dull knife that cuts and tears, leaving ragged edges behind. What you get by achieving your goals isn't as important as what you become by achieving your goals. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. If you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. You have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of your life. The world is round, and the place which may seem like the end may also be the beginning. With confidence, you have won before you have started. Don't be discouraged. The last key in the bunch is often the one that unlocks the door. If we all did the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves. Don't tell your friends what the enemy shouldn't know. Expect little from others. Expect much from yourself. That's the secret to a happy life. Don't rely on other people to tell you how to be happy or what makes a good life. Maintaining positivity doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time. It means that even on hard days, you know that better ones are coming. Don't just love yourself, respect yourself. If you don't, other people will have no problem walking all over you. Don't let anyone who hasn't been in your shoes tell you how to tie your laces. The fastest way to succeed is to start now and learn as you go. You can't learn to drive while the car is parked. The time you waste doesn't die without taking its revenge. Don't be afraid of moving slowly. Be afraid of standing still. We create fear when we sit still. We overcome them by action. You can lie down for people to walk on you, and they will still complain that you're not flat enough. Perhaps the path you fear the most is the one you need to take. Don't be afraid to do things alone. Waiting for others will cause you to miss out on amazing things in life. When you don't find a solution in a problem, perhaps it's not a problem to be solved, but a truth to be accepted. You'll never be rewarded for following someone else's rules. If you only do what you can do, you'll never be more than you are now. When you work for someone else, you only have the right to labor, not the right to what you produce. Problems grow to the size they need to get your attention. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. You are always stronger and more resourceful than you think. There are two things to remember in life. Take care of your thoughts when you are alone, and take care of your words when you are with people. People change only because of themselves. You don't need to force and break yourself to help them. If it can be fixed, why are you complaining? If it can't be fixed, why are you complaining? Everyone wants to skip the difficulty without knowing that's where character is built. Failure is how life teaches us the rules, especially the ones we don't want to learn. It never gets easier, but you get better. If you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail. There are people who are an investment, and there are people who are expenses. Know the difference. Every adversity, every failure, and every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. You can choose the game you play, but you can't choose the rules. We can't live happily if we expect the world to conform to the rules we feel comfortable with. Don't be too easily accessible to others, especially those who are only there for you when it's convenient for them. You don't notice your progress in life because you're always raising the standards. Human endurance is much like the bamboo. It's much more flexible than you can possibly believe at first glance. When you drive in the dark, you can only see as far as your headlights, but you can make the whole trip that way. Always have a small amount of healthy skepticism towards everyone. Anyone's intentions are never truly clear, even after they have been stated. You're not crazy, you're insightful. The problem is you think you have time. Our wounds are often the openings into the best and most beautiful part of us. If they don't know you personally, don't take it personally. Recognizing that you are not where you want to be is the starting point to begin changing your life. If you won't take advice from them, why take criticism? Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction can be the biggest step of your life. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. The smart learn from everything and everyone. The average from their experiences, and the stupid already have all the answers. Change is never painful. Only the resistance to change is painful. 20 years from now, you will regret the things that you didn't do more than the ones you did do. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. The first step to getting somewhere is deciding that you're not going to stay where you are. Sometimes you have to lose everything to find out who you truly are. You will face problems throughout your life, and you get to decide whether they are the same ones over and over. Nothing is permanent in this world, not even our troubles. There is always hope, even when your brain tells you there isn't. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Where there is destruction, there is hope for a treasure. Don't be afraid because you don't have all the answers right away. You will learn through your experiences and find your way to happiness. Don't fear the darkness. It only means there is a source of light nearby. Just because you hate a chapter doesn't mean you're going to hate the whole book. No amount of regret can change the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. If you search for light, you'll often find it. But if you search for darkness, that's all you'll ever see. Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Stand up to your obstacles and do something about them. You'll find they have not half the strength you think they have. Don't let bad days make you think you have a bad life. The moment you want to quit is the moment you need to keep pushing. Those who avoid failure also avoid success. No passion is to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. If you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate. Don't burn yourself out trying to keep everyone else warm. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. When you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing almost no one. Don't lower your standards just because someone can't reach them. People aren't thinking about you as much as you imagine. We don't leave people to teach them a lesson. We leave because we've learned ours. You can't convince people to love you. No one will love you just because you want them to. True love moves freely in both directions. Don't waste your time on anything else. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. If you yearn for a life filled with happiness, align your goals with your dreams and aspirations, rather than depending on others or fleeting material possessions. You can achieve significant success in life simply by never giving up. Even more crucial than making the right choices is the strength to let go of what's wrong for you. Forgiving others silently and never bringing up the past is an incredibly effective form of self-care, fostering inner peace. People might forget what you said or what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Don't complain about the poor results you get if you didn't put in your best effort. If you stop seeing the world through the biased lens of your likes and dislikes, and look directly at the truth, you'll find peace of mind. You might be the only person who still believes in yourself, but that's all it takes to make progress. As you advance, you might easily become disappointed with those around you. To avoid this, be strict with yourself, but be tolerant and understanding towards others. When you begin to realize your own worth, you'll find it more difficult to be around people who don't recognize it. Winners have failed far more often than failures have even tried. The real question is about the price you're willing to pay for advancement. Until you change the way you think, you'll keep repeating the same old experiences. People don't get what they deserve, they get what they strive for. The future is a direct result of what you choose to do today. What holds you back isn't who you think you are, but who you think you're not. You'll ruin your life if you try to please everyone. True strength doesn't come from what you can do, but from overcoming what you once thought you couldn't. Problems cannot be solved with the same level of thinking that created them. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. Don't look for happiness in the same place where you lost it. To be the best, you must know how to handle the worst. If you're too concerned about what others think, you'll forever be their prisoner. Waiting for change without doing anything is like waiting for a train at a bus stop. If you find yourself constantly doubting something, the answer is usually no. Confidence isn't walking into a room and thinking you're better than everyone else. It's walking in without needing to compare yourself to anyone. If you just keep waiting, all that happens is you get older. Buy something without looking at the price. Work without looking at the clock. There's only one thing more valuable than time, and that's the person you spend it with. We have two lives, and the second one begins when we realize we only have one. If you were born into poverty, it's not your fault, but if you die in poverty, it is. The past cannot be changed, forgotten, edited, or erased. It can only be accepted. Time is like a river. You can't touch the same water twice, because the flow that has passed will never pass again. Your worth isn't defined by someone else's inability to see it. Don't make decisions based on fear. Make them based on hope. Your life will get better when you realize that it's better to be alone than to chase after people who don't truly care about you. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were in the past, and the only person you should try to surpass is who you are now. Life becomes more meaningful when you grasp the simple truth that you'll never have the same moment twice. One of the most dangerous things you can do is believe someone else's opinion of you. Your relationship with others directly reflects your relationship with yourself. Your future can be very different from your present if you keep trying. Think about what didn't work today, and I promise your tomorrow will be different too. It's not about having time. It's about making time. You can't always be good. That's how people take advantage of you. Sometimes you have to set boundaries. Destroy the old you before it destroys you. Be selfish with your time. Many people don't deserve it. Never be so loyal that you betray yourself. You can't have everything. You always have to trade something to get something else. The weak take revenge, the strong forgive, and the intelligent ignore. We are shaped by what we give up, what we sacrifice, and what we refuse. You are just a reflection of the preferences and demands of those around you. If you don't decide who you are, others will decide for you. You grow in proportion to the amount of truth you're willing to accept about yourself without running away. There's always time. The only question is how long you'll make excuses and pretend it doesn't exist. Life moves fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might miss it. The worst enemy is the one who pretends to be your friend. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. Don't discuss your past with anyone, because only you know the real story and its meaning. Others might not understand or might even use it against you. Success and failure are ambiguous concepts that exist only in your mind before you do something, not after. The more grateful you are, the more beauty you'll see around you. Life will be more generous, and you'll become happier. Sometimes you need to stop seeing the good in others and start seeing what they show you. If there's something you want to do in life, don't wait. If you wait, you might find that 5 years have passed without you doing anything. Most of your problems disappear when you start associating with smarter, more thoughtful people. Everything comes to you at the right moment. Be patient and trust the process. You can't always help. Sometimes you'll see the people you love make bad decisions, even though you've advised them. Envy is a waste of time. You already have everything you need. Sometimes the world is trying to tell you who you are, but if you don't stop to reflect and listen, you'll never be able to hear it. Enjoy every moment of your life to the fullest. Your sacrifices and compromises will be rewarded. An apology without change is just manipulation. You don't really know the person you're with until you live with them. Never marry someone without living with them first. Hurting them won't heal your pain. Someday you'll look back and know exactly why it had to happen. You can't control other people's behavior, but you can always choose how you react to it. Don't have relationships with people you have no relationship with. Once you lose someone, that person will never come back the same. If you spend too much time thinking about something, you'll never get it done. If you say you'll do something, do it. Your word is one of the most valuable things you can cultivate, and if it loses its value, it will be hard to regain trust. It takes years to build, a second to break, and forever to repair. You might not like discipline, but you'll like the results. You won't always be able to help someone change for the better. If you keep trying, there will come a day when you decide you can't do it anymore, and they clearly don't want to change. Just because you miss them doesn't mean you need them back in your life. The price of procrastination is the life you could have lived. Be careful who you share your weaknesses with. Some people can't wait for the chance to use them against you. In solitude, the mind grows strong and learns to rely on itself. Sooner or later, a two-faced person will forget which face is real. What you allow will continue. Your real friends become clear when you're at your lowest point. Live life the way you want to live it, because even the people who care about you can't be with you every step of the way. You'll anger many people when you do what's right for yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. Potential means you haven't done anything yet. Maturity is realizing that playing an excessive role in someone else's life to prove your loyalty only proves that you underestimate yourself. Treat others the way they treat you. If you're lucky enough to get a second chance at something, don't waste it. Stop looking for happiness where you lost it. True strength is allowing people to miss you, instead of begging them to choose you. There's a reason why some people are no longer in your life. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. Most people are only kind when things don't matter. Never be too good to forget wisdom, and never be too wise to forget kindness. You'll be alone during the most difficult times in your life. These moments will make you wiser, more mature, and fearless. Some people only care about you when you're doing something for them. When you start to see your own worth, you'll find it more difficult to be around people who don't. The truth is, growing up is realizing that a relationship can't always work and can't always be fixed. No matter what the situation, one wrong step can change everything. Don't lie, don't deceive, be honest and loyal. Don't take someone's feelings lightly. You never know how much courage they needed to share them. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. Resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. You can't truly control someone's loyalty to you. You can do so much for someone and still not be treated well. If you blame others, don't expect things to get better. Someday you'll have a clean, quiet house and a car with spotless interiors, and all you'll want is for the people who made the mess to come home. Actions prove who someone is. Words only prove who they pretend to be. When you feel someone distancing themselves from you, don't bother them anymore. Be careful with good deeds. Kindness has limits, and some people might take advantage of your generosity. Your progress doesn't need to be seen or validated by others to be real. Expectations always hurt, so expect little or nothing from others. Between choosing to be right and choosing to be kind, choose kind. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. When you work for someone else's dream, you sacrifice your own. Someone who doesn't have a life of their own will always try to create drama in yours. You can't lose what you never had. You can't keep what isn't yours, and you can't hold on to what doesn't want to stay. Life always gives you a second chance. It's called tomorrow. Most people will deceive you if you give them even half a chance. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. When you do something right, others won't be sure you've done anything at all. Don't burn yourself to keep others warm. Those who care don't matter, and those who matter don't care. Believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear. Never expect someone to catch you when you fall, even if you've caught many people from falling. You can be friends with someone for years, and it can take years to realize they were never your friend. Every ending is also a beginning. We just don't know it at the time. We often overestimate what we can do in 1 year, but underestimate what we can do in 5 years. Your past or childhood might be messy, but it's a great strength in your future. If something is out of your reach, it's also worth releasing from your mind. Don't be afraid to start over. This time you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. The more responsibility you take, the more likely you are to actually do something about it. Your friends and family don't always know what's best for you. Loneliness is the price you pay when you start improving yourself. Don't take others for granted. You never know when they might leave. You never know how much they mean to you until they're gone. Judge people by their actions, and you'll never be fooled by their words. When someone shows you their true colors, don't try to paint a different picture. If you want to feel motivated to do something, take the smallest action towards doing it.